I'm just gonna say it right now. I fell in love with Kate Winslet during her second scene. This is called love at first sight, or like a love at second sight. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to draw basically the movie that made me fall in love with Kate Winslet, Elinor and Marianne Dashwood from Sense and Sensibility. But first of all, as you can see, I'm wearing this thingy right now. I think this kind of looks like something out of a period piece. And I also have a pigtail
that is extremely messy.
Let me give y'all a premise of how I watched this film. During March of this year, we had a
English language and literature summative assignment of doing a podcast connecting the Shakespeare play Taming of the Shrew.
Like basically just explore topics from that play and then make a podcast connecting it to something else. So I chose to connect the social issues of like matrimony and like the rights for women and stuff with modern period drama films. I did not connect it with Sense and Sensibility because I did not watch it at that time yet, but I did love Jane Austen, so I decided to connect Pride and Prejudice.
So I love Jane Austen. I've watched Pride and Prejudice more than 5 times, but I've never watched Sense and Sensibility, and so
during April, I basically ran out of movies to watch again, so I decided to watch it on April 8th, which is also the date that I watched Fantastic Beasts 3, so check out this video if you want. I'm just gonna say it right now. I fell in love with Kate Winslet during her second scene. This is called love at first sight, or like a love at second sight. So I was looking for pictures to draw earlier today, and I looked at this poster because I think this poster is so nice, and it like demonstrates like the sisters like
joy, I guess.
But I decided to combine these two images shown. This story basically focuses on the journey of Elinor and Marianne, these two sisters, as they have like different personalities and went through like different kinds of like relationships. So yeah, I'm currently drawing the outline of these two sisters still. So now let's talk about what I'm drawing today. The sisters, Elinor and Marianne. I love them so much. So let's talk about like the sisters contrasting personalities, and let's also talk about like some other characters and their personalities, because each character, I feel like in this film, like each character's personalities are pretty like significant. So first of all, let's talk about Elinor, which is the eldest sister, Emma Thompson. So basically Elinor represents like the sense part of sensibility. She is, you know, she's reserved and she's rational and she's more quiet, and she's really able to control her feelings. On the other hand, Marianne Dashwood is very
romantic.
She's really romantic, and there's one part in the movie where Marianne says that to die for love is a really good like honor or something, and she said that there's nothing more glorious and stuff. Marianne is basically like the opposite, kind of the opposite to Elinor. Marianne is the sensibility part of Sense and Sensibility. She is not reserved at all. She's kind of a really free spirit. She has a lot of emotions and she does not try to hide it. Elinor's sweet love interest is Edward. Edward Ferrars is a man that is very humorous towards children and towards other people as well. I really like Edward. He is also kind of quiet and kind of reserved, which is, you know, a reserved person, another reserved person, like these. And the other male lead character is Brandon, Colonel Brandon, which is Snape. And he is very determined and like more quiet and also kind of mysterious. He does not like tell his full story at the beginning, so he's kind of like mysterious. Willoughby. I don't like Willoughby at all.
Because how can I possibly like a person who broke my dear Kate's heart?
I saw a documentary about Sense and Sensibility, like the making of Sense and Sensibility, like a 40-minute long documentary a while ago, and I think Ang Lee, the director, was right in the documentary that Kate Winslet is Marianne. Like, she portrays Marianne so well, and she is definitely the right choice. Emma Thompson won an Oscar for Best Screenplay since she wrote the screenplay, which I still think is so amazing because, you know, she's so talented. And I also watched Emma Thompson's speech. She mentioned she hopes that Jane Austen can know like how famous she is now, and because a lot of her works got famous after her death. Now we are going to talk about some quotes that I found interesting in this film, since there are a lot of memorable quotes. First thing is the quote about rain, because the funny thing in this movie is that Marianne likes to take walks outside when she's troubled. Every time she goes outside, it rains, and usually something bad happens. So every time when she wants to go out, someone else will be like, it's going to rain, and Marianne will be like, it's not going to rain, and someone else will be like, you always say that, and then it always does. So that's just a funny quote. But then I'm going to talk about the quote where they used a line from Shakespeare's 116th sonnet, I think, which goes like,
Love is not love, which alters when alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken.
Like, I love this quote so much, and I think it's really, really right about love.
Even though I know nothing about love,
I think it's really, it's just so romantic and kind of like foreshadows and describes the happy ending for the sisters, since through their journey they ultimately found a love like this that is never shaken. And yeah, and also the last quote I'm going to talk about is when Elinor is really troubled for love, because Elinor is like really, really reserved and does not show her emotions. So Marianne tells Elinor like, always resignation and acceptance, always prudence and honor and duty. Elinor, where is your heart? And Elinor is like, meh. Until this quote, all this time watching the film, I always thought that Elinor's personality with more sense is like significantly the better one in this film compared to Marianne's. But during this quote, like, I kind of agreed with Marianne that because sometimes it is good to follow your heart, and when you have chosen the right thing in your life through their senses, you can't be reserved forever. Like, you can like open up like Marianne. So yeah, and that brings me to our last topic, which is sense or sensibility. And my answer is both. Both sense and sensibility are crucially important in our lives, because in this story, Elinor has sense so that she doesn't fall for the wrong person or the wrong thing. But she's also at the same time too reserved sometimes, and often finds it hard to convey her true feelings, which is kept like in her heart, which makes it sometimes really hard for her. And on the other hand, romance blinds Marianne for like accepting Willoughby even when she barely knew him, which can be dangerous a lot of times, and also can be heartbreaking when she realizes that he is not the right choice. But sometimes opening up can also be a good quality. I think my conclusion that I drew for this topic is that sense and sensibility can play at different stages in our lives. They can come at different times. So more specifically, I think when dealing with someone or something for the first time, we can have sense first and make logical decisions, and then start to act our sensibility and open up at the right time. So sense is good when you first approach something and you can truly understand something before opening up and accepting it and like moving on. that was Elinor and Marianne from Sense and Sensibility. I really hope you enjoyed this video because
I enjoy making it.
if you like this video, if you liked the points discussed, and if you like Sense and Sensibility, please give this video a
Thumbs up.
and consider subscribing to my channel because I will post a lot of my character art videos in the future because I recently watched a lot of good movies, so I can't wait to draw these characters and make it into videos and share them with you. See you next time. Bye!